All right, it's Friday, November 1st. I'm buying some SPY 580 puts at 1039. This is kind of into next week, my intention anyway. Today you had the gap up, so there's no doubt, you kind of had the opening price action on bar number 2 heading higher. Then you had the big reversal bar here. We're still holding the midway point of this move up and the midway point of the first bar, but I'm going to obviously anticipate that we don't go much higher and eventually roll over to the downside. We're just inside of yesterday's big red bar, so you kind of, expected yesterday's low to be tested. You had some good economic, releases that gapped up today. But overall, I kind of see this weekly chart with 1 day to go closing red here. So I think we'll follow through lower into next week. I see a shooter bar from last month. This is the first day of the month, so obviously the purple line is the open of the month. If we stay above there, then we could grind higher a little bit, but once we get below there, that confirms a down month. I see this red shooter bar that looks like we want to follow through lower into November down here, so I'll anticipate this turning red, and that gives us some targets down here. This could be a monthly pullback after about 5-6 months up, a little pause. So I'm anticipating November kind of testing lower. I think the weekly chart should close red and then test lower into next week. And obviously we had the gap up today that is still inside of yesterday, so that's choppy kind of price behavior. So I'm going to kind of sell near the high of that and anticipate hopefully we go lower and get below the open. This purple line is going to be a key reference point for the rest of the week and the month and everything else if we can stay below it. And then we'll see if we start working down towards some of these targets down here. So I'm going to buy the puts here, just kind of watch the opening a little bit. I see a lot of stocks aren't really, moving up at all. There's some stocks obviously are to bring the indexes up a little bit, but I'm going to look for this kind of whole thing to fail at some point into next week and then head lower. So that's kind of a play I just wanted to highlight here. It's again Friday, November 1st, and we'll just see how this day ends up and what happens into next week.